Uh, do you remember on that movie, The Matrix, when dude gets met by the resistance basically, and they're like, this fucker's bugged. You know what I'm saying? Alright, there's so much parallels in that movie to real life. And what if, literally, there are machines inside of us already? Fucking little fucking squids, little machine squids, man. Look, I got a real nasty feeling just even thinking about that. Uh, in a way, it's like this: demons really do get inside of your body, inside of your organs, inside of your stomach, inside of your freaking liver, inside of your fucking pancreas, and all that stuff. They can demons target different organs. So in a way, demons are parasites and you're a host, but they don't really eat your energy. What they do is they eat your emotion, especially like if it's whatever emotion it is that you're feeding them with. Is it anger, fear? Is it the lust? Is it, and then if it's food, then the belly gets huge. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of there's different effects and different demons for different, whatever. Like I said, whatever you're doing to feed, whatever you're feeding the gremlins, the mogwai, they will turn into gremlins after midnight. And then if you add water, they multiply. If you cast them out, but wrongly, 7 more come in and overpower you worse. But now we have something inside of us called microdust, nanodust, smart dust. And there's symptoms that people are getting is called Morgellons disease. And what it is basically these things are like a fungus quartz crystal. Like quartz crystal grows in the ground, and it's weird. It's almost like a different kind of life form, some say. Some diseases come from the same type of stuff. They found mechanized dead red blood cells in chemtrails as well. So it's like they're spraying. Look, I know all kinds of people who get paid to just give their blood. And I'm always like, man, what is there, fucking vampires out there just, you know what I'm saying? Like Blade, like really, like once again in these freaking movies, they be telling you real truths, but it sounds so fucking fanciful and mystical that you wouldn't believe it, but there's truths to it, like vampires in the blood banks. And spraying these red blood cells in the air, and then there's a part in the Bible where it says like, and blood goeth forth and toucheth blood. It's just like, and nasty blood will make you unclean, and it's it's like if someone's got a contagious disease, and blood gets on you. It's known these days that like it can pass on information, and so if it can do that, we know all this. What's to say there's not a spiritual over contamination? Also, they use blood to actually as a sacrifice in the Old Testament from a perfect animal. So I mean, and it's like, look, as far as when it comes to Hebrew customs, there was never ever a human sacrifice other than when God said to Abraham, would you sacrifice your own son for this promise from God? You know what I'm saying? But then God just tried to see if he would do it or not. So, there's a lot of different theories on that right there, but I just, that's where that customs all comes from. And then Jesus himself sacrificed himself. So it's like, look, where he didn't even make Abraham go through with it all the way. He just asked him if he would. Jesus, on the other hand, went all the way through with it, which is not many people out there. How little people in this world have really sacrificed themselves for other people. It's like that's a very small number. Probably it's probably 0.0%. You know what I'm saying, of people who actually make a real ultimate sacrifice. See, they try to say making an ultimate sacrifice is going to fight another country in some fake engineered war by the international powers, and they have been doing this at least for the last 100 years. Consistently, everything has been a lie, and judging by this record of what we're seeing now, it's probably it's always been that way from the beginning of time. There's been it's the same shit. They just want to fight. They want to steal. They're not happy with what they got. And they want to take it by force. You know what I'm saying? And since they're pretty much already conquered the earth now, they want to conquer heaven and the other dimensions, all kinds of stuff. Their lust for control and power is unfathomable, really. I mean, you can get a piece of it, but look, you can't even go as far as they are, because unless you're one of them, because it's just like, look, I wouldn't even want it. You know what I'm saying? If it was theoretically possible what they're going for, I wouldn't even want it, because I know it's just like, it's like there's a thing, know thyself. You know what I'm saying? It's like not worthy of all that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I could, it'd be better for me to not F with it. You know what I'm saying? Than to go and take it by force and then see it all destroyed in the process. It's better just not to F with it than it is to see it all destroyed for nothing. You know what I'm saying? For what anyway? But see, that's the thing. They want us. They're not happy with our bodies. They're not happy with our consent. They literally want your soul. They want your consciousness gone. They want you to be a drone, a fucking robot, just a body machine, a skin suit that they have total control over. They control whether you live or die. They control everything. That's really what they're shooting for. They're not quite there yet, and it's the same. It's a tactic of like. It's like, in other words, it's like these people throw up babies in the way of themselves to hide themselves from accountability. You know what I'm saying? They throw up a baby and it's like you're like this. You're like, say you're swearing at them and giving them a piece of your mind, and then they'll throw up a baby and they'll be like, "Why are you swearing at this baby? You're racist." You know what I'm saying? You don't pay taxes. You're a piece of shit. They did. That's basically in an analogy what their tactic is. Like, look, I'm like, why are you putting fucking micro robots in us? And they're like, they throw up a baby. We're saving babies. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it to save the babies. And then a bunch of fucking people who are just really naive will be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you attacking the babies? These babies got thrown out of the incubators. It's like, man, and listen, I know a lot of them people who have good hearts, they mean well, but they're just naive, and they're not seeing. It's like, wait a second, man. No, man, you just been lied to, and you think you're doing a good thing. It's like, so I understand where you're coming from. And look, if I was totally fucking batshit crazy, I wouldn't be able to see that. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm sorry that it's just you're naive right now. So whatever, man. You got the right to your own freaking opinion. Now go flying monkey off. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, see, the baby is the flying monkey that stops you from looking at the fucking nanomachines and the Morgellons disease and the freaking, look, Sophia Storm, I'm not sure. I always say that wrong backwards. Did another little presentation thing about the Morgellons, and she just, and look, silent dead forest, standing silent forest. You know what I'm saying? That's about genetically modified trees, and they have these forests where they're dead silent. No animals live there. So, I mean, it's just like, and she's showing also how, like, it's not just us that are getting overran with micro machines. The trees are absorbing this stuff too, and they're dying too. You know what I'm saying? They're having sudden tree death, and you'll see black like growing on each side of the tree, and it's like, it's weird. Something's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it causes it to mold, and it causes it to rot. I mean, and this is a biblical plague, I find out too, that mold and rot. And in a way, this fungus, this crystal, they're like crystals, man. Like that grow in the ground, like people be like crystal skulls and shit like that. Look, that whatever that element mineral is, it's almost like a living organism. And I also seen this one person talking about you can use crystals to really like do like energy, make like to manipulate the energies around the area. And in a way, like bad energy is a perfect environment for these things to grow. And once again, your pH level as well. It's known if your pH level is too high or too low, it makes your environment and your body good for cancers and other diseases. So look, this isn't just fucking over speculation here. That's real stuff. That's real. Your pH level. So what if these little things can change your pH level? Like, look, there's different ways you can fight it. Because your pH level is what you call electrochemical. It's electrochemical. And look, but when you mess with the crystals, it's just electro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure how it works. It's something to do with frequency and vibration. The crystals, like quartz crystals, I'm almost positive you can make a fucking, if you get a vibration next to a crystal, it does do something. There is some kind of release or storage. That's what they use to make this quartz crystal. Fucking like that, like on a calculator, it's a quartz crystal in there. Yeah, dude, basically I think this is how it works. You trap it in a small space. When the sunlight hits it, it causes the molecules to expand. Since they can't expand in there because they're trapped in the case, it releases off a tiny bit of electrical current. And that's, I think, how it operates, what it operates off of. So look, this is free energy as well. And there's another reason why they keep us so dumbed down to like the truth about it. Like, and once again, we could also, there's a wheel with with wool on it and a crank and some leads and fucking 2 wires and a little light bulb on it. You can go like, whoa, you can go like that and it'll freaking, it'll make fucking electrical current. So, I mean, look, that's not that hard to replicate, man. I mean, and wouldn't that be clean energy? I mean, even if it took a bunch of people to sit in there cranking all day, but I mean, you wouldn't even have to do that. You could figure out ways to do it other ways where it wouldn't have to be so jive to just make someone sit there and run on the rat wheel to keep the fucking matrix going. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be nice to dismantle all this crazy stuff out here, the abuses of it, and figure out how it would actually be non-invasive and it'd actually help us, like free energy. See, I'm thinking now, just like on the Matrix, where they had to debug people, in a way, we got to figure out how to make some kind of like electromagnetic pulse. Like, look, and everyone needs to be pulsed and make sure it kills all the microchips, the nano machines, and whatever else they have inside of us. You know what I'm saying? Most people are probably microchipped and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been giving people vaccinations. Who knows what they're doing to you at the dentist? Who knows what they're doing? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there when they made these glasses. Who knows what their capabilities are? You know what I'm saying? My clothes, they be sticking microchips in people's clothes at Walmart. Walmart is a military intelligence corporation. Military intelligence. Look at Sam Walton. Executive Order 1066. HR 1066. And that's who you're dealing with there. And he was into internment camps. Military war tribunal. Fucking Nazi concentration camps. You know what I'm saying? This was the American branch of the Nazi machine. They just fed them how to do it from here and watched them do it over there. Then after he did the research, they took them out.